Hey guys, back for part 2. Also, I noticed in the last part, and perhaps even some of my recent videos, there's been some weird static mic noises going on. I'm not entirely sure what causes it. I'm not sure if I've fixed it or not. It's not helpful that my headset's audio wires are completely tangled and in a mess, so you know, probably something to do in the future for an easy fix. But I've made a few audio adjustments and tweaks. Hopefully that makes it at least a bit better, because it is annoying. I'm sorry that my audio quality isn't like too hot, considering the amount of times I've, you know, berated the other guys for not having great audio at times. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up where we left off last time from our first attempt failure at killing the last giant. Also, Soul level big Soul level 1 still sucks. Who knew? A day doesn't change. A day doesn't change the fact that I'm completely weak. However, before we go and fight Mr. Giant again, I'm sure that's what his business card says, Mr. Last Giant. Mr. and Mrs. Last Giant. I'm sure his wife is there. Perhaps a divorce order was filed. Excuse me, I need a few sets of stairs to get up to my husband to kiss him. Oh wait, he doesn't even have any lips or a face. He's a hot and that's what I get for mocking the Last Giant. Sorry, man, it's true. You ain't got a face. It's just a hole. You look like you've crawled out of Silent Hill. Name engraved ring. My plan, which clearly failed, was to go and get the 4th Estus Flask shard that is in Majula, in the mansion. And for that I need to go and speak to Kale, who's in a cave for some reason. I guess he is an archaeologicalist, or a cartographer, even, or fancy term. Might as well take a swig. Swig of the old Estus. Great if I had some clothes. I mean, I do, but better clothes, you know. Clothes are worthy of one warrior such as myself. That is definitely a critical type bonus going on right there. That has to be. That is way too much damage for an unupgraded dagger. That idiot up there kills himself on the rock. No, I never said a hollow was a, you know, a smart type of person. A smart people. He's talking about not knowing what the bloody hell he's doing in this cave for a start. You know, always good to have a keen head on your shoulders. Yeah, I'm sure you will be back in Majula. Grab that. I may just go and suicide because it's probably a quicker way back than the usual route. I don't really want to waste a homeward bone either. But I could possibly upgrade my dagger, so I might want to keep these souls. If I don't die anyway. Yep. Totally got that dodging down. Absolutely. I'm gonna head down there, but we will backstab this guy. If only I could backstab bosses, everything would be sweeter. We'll kill you to get some more souls. That was incredible. gonna try parrying this guy. What a bad idea. Yep. He didn't care. Yeah, what's he got to care about? He's just standing there doing his job. I'm the one that came in. He was sleeping on the job actually, so I feel like I'm not in the wrong. Let's try that again. This is painful. This is something. You were never this pathetic in the other games at Soul Level 1 because in Demon Souls you had magic at Soul Level 1 and in Dark Souls you had pyromancy. In this game they're like, nah son. You get nothing. Maybe they looked at all the Soul Level 1 playthroughs that everyone posted and brags about and they're like, wow, that's actually not that hard to do, let's make it actually difficult. Lo and behold, that's what they went and did and done. So now I've got the key from Kale the cartographer. We shall go inside the mansion and grab a few goodies inside. Most importantly though is the Estus Flash Shard. Never say no to an Estus Flash Shard, kids. When the creepy dealer down the road says, hey kid, you wanna buy some Estus Flash Shards? You're like, yeah, hook me up. Hook me up, creepy dealer guy. This skeleton does not know how to take damage, apparently. It's the graveyard all over again. Graveyard 2.0. The Redux. The Re-Up. At least I can stun lock him easily. Oh, you think blocking is your ally? He will always drop a human effigy, and if you use bonfire ascetics on the bonfire here in Majula, there'll be more and more skeletons that spawn the more you use, and they'll get more and more difficult, but each one is guaranteed. They don't respawn, but each one is guaranteed to drop a human effigy, so like, by the time you get it up to max, you'll be able to get probably over 20 human effigies, so this is a good farming spot for human effigies anyway. Not so much for souls. There's a chest upstairs, but I'm not sure there's any item up there that interests a guy like me, with my piddly Soul Level 1 legs and arms and everything. We'll go talk to Lenegrast in his blacksmith shop. I don't have any Titanite shards, but I can. He sells 10. There.
I'll be around.
The greatest weapon ever made, the dagger +1.
Is that how?
See, now we're ready for the last giant. I mean, I was just messing around that with that other tribe at this time. That +1 means I'm +1 about to win. Maybe I should ignore these. Yep, I'm going to ignore them. That won't come back to haunt me at a later date or anything. Let's get pumped up for this elevator right down to the pits of hell. Hans has seen better days. He's lost his hair and his moustache, man. What a guy. I would have liked to have not been hit by you, but you know, you're always the wise guy. Okay, Ricard. You Ricard wannabe. I'll get you stabbed on. Really debating whether to use... Wait, I didn't even go and pick them up. Never mind. Really debating to use that aromatic ooze that I don't have. really not a tough boss, but I can't afford to get hit, evidently. That's a good enough time I need to heal. Get into zone. Zone. That. Okay, I'll give you that one, Last Giant. You need it. Yeah, you need it. Oh, my Estus fast streak is going to be slow because I can't level up agility or adaptability where it is. Oh, it's painful. Encounter more and more horrors along the way. He is doing some weird moveset right now. I'm not familiar with. It's going to tear his arm off soon, and then the fight becomes real. Realer. Here it comes. That's not even my final form. I ripped my other arm off with my pretend arm this time, and I'll have no arms. Okay, if all goes well, I should have this in the bag. Sometimes his moves can get a little weird, so I block that. Okay, yeah. Take anything I can get. Drink. This is bad. Yep. Sorry, mate. I don't plan on dying today. I don't know if you noticed. Get greedy. You can't get mad, you get greedy. What is he doing? He's doing that. That's great. Yeah. Can we have a timeout, please? I can't lose now, surely. Come on, come on. Yeah! There we go. First boss of the playthrough. Not a particularly difficult fight, but can't afford to get hit. Look at all those souls that I can't level up with. Isn't it great? I can, however, upgrade this dagger because I have a feeling this is going to be a very useful weapon, if nothing else for its attack speed. Now we could just go ahead right now and fight the pursuer. Probably not a good idea. At all, really. Oh, that's right, this wise guy with the helmet here going to be waiting for us. Look, mate, I just beat like a 20-foot tall, no-faced tree thing. I don't think you're going to be much of a challenge. Actually, before we continue, there's a ring I want to grab here. So, I will indeed kill you all, I'm sorry. There's been a change of plans. Yeah, dang it. I just won't use it. And it's broken, never mind, I will have to repair it. Oh, the joys of everything. That's a very useful ring for this playthrough. Trying to play any playthrough, really. It's not the... It doesn't have the greatest healing time, but it's something that while you're idling about in certain places, you can certainly see getting some health back. That said, we're going to return to Majula for a start to go and use these souls to not level up and do other things with them instead. And then debate whether I go to fight Pursuer or Dragon Rider next. Yeah, I can't speak to you. First of all, I need it repaired. Then I'll buy all of your damage.
I'll be around.
Dagger +3. No messing. Or is it +4? It's +3. Now the real fight begins. Perhaps go grab some armor as
well.
Well met, fellow traveller. I am looking to invest in your wares. That'll do.
Thanks very much.
There we go. Close at last. And now Merchant Hag Malentia has moved to Majula because I've beaten the last giant and exhausted all her dialogue, so that's that. I think I'm going to go into the area where Pete is next and get the soapstone off him, even though I don't need it, but also grab the items that are in that area. Look at that damage! The damage that's still not that great if I'm honest, but what was that? What was that? That guy just sort of did what looked to be a riposte, but then nothing came of it, and I didn't even parry or, you know, shield kick. Well, not kick, but shield push, so I don't know what that was all about. I think I'm just fighting you guys. What am I doing with my life? Okay, so this slightly dodgy fellow down here is Pate.
Hello there. Travelling all alone in these treacherous times.
Peter Seraphonowitz, everyone.
Well, oh, hog. My name. I just became. Oh.
He's talking about the fact that there's some sort of trap here where this gate will close behind us once we go through after a certain amount of time, and how there's treasure in here for sure. So if we die, it's going to be difficult to get back in here, so hurrah for that. You know, when he says there's treasure in there, there's actually not a whole lot of items to grab in here. There's the aromatic ooze that's on the floor. There's 3 of them, which can be handy against the early game bosses. Should really just get out of the witching urns. Witching urns or witching urns, really. Mental Gen! Time to meet your doom! And miss, but still hit someone anyway. Oddly enough, I'm fine with that. Yeah, Hitbox. Thanks for, you know, being a top bloke and all. God, there's shenanigans in these games sometimes. Where'd he run off to? Is he just, like, pieced out from the world itself? That would have been useful against the last giant, but it would have made the boss fight a bit quicker. What's done is done, and here is some items that are going to be of no use to me. And also apparently get me ambushed too. Yep. Sorcerer's staff. The thing that a sorcerer starts off with anyway, so... I mean, if that was the treasure that he was talking about, good for you, Pate, you don't know the half of it. To really redefine your terms on what treasure qualifies as. Yeah, well, you know, you can hit me all you want. Just gonna use these up. The hell with it. Never use them that much anyway. The final guardian. The dreaded spear shield man. Now if I wait here, I'll be able to do a riposte attack, which, as you can see, does a lot of damage. And he's just going to get stuck in the wall. Now I'm going to go say hi to Peter Seraphonowitz again. he's going to give us a
It allows-
soapstone, which is the whole multiplayer shebang, which I won't be doing. Obviously, because A, no one wants a soul level 1 character, and B, no one wants a soul level 1 character. That's right, I left you guys alive, didn't I? Not this time! I ain't even mad. Okay, I'm a little mad, I'm a little salty. That should not have happened. Oh well, I think it's time I moved on to the pursuer anyway. Probably a bad idea, but that's what dreams are made of. Oh, you just get up straight away, don't you? No care in the world for you. I have to use a healing up already, and I don't have a lot of life gem. Ugh, sucks. Crystal lizard through here. Doubt I'm gonna be able to hit it. Yep, because for some reason, like all the early game weapons are like, nah, son. Well, I got one hit on him, but that's not gonna do me any favours because he's gone now. Until I respawn at a bonfire. Probably only just drops Titanite shards anyway, and I'm all good for those because I've got this weapon upgraded to maximum using Titanite shards. I need large Titanite shards now if I want to get it any further. Yeah, really annoying because their shield isn't even really up them, but it still counts as it blocking. So look, they take pitiful amounts of damage. That's what that's for. To get their riposte though. Not needed. Chip damage him out like it's a Street Fighter game or something. Is someone behind? No, okay. That's just physics being physics. Havoc being havoc. So, some life gem. I guess I will use a life gem before going into this fight. I'm gonna let the cutscene play. I'll let this one play 'cause it's pretty cool. This is the pursuer, the guy that we saw earlier being led by that giant bird. And I can pick him. And now you know why I didn't want to fight him. He is not a friend. In any case, imagination. Could you try and use the Arbalist, because that will do massive damage to him regardless of what level I am. It's sort of the time in the game on my first playthrough where I realised that, yeah, hiding behind a shield isn't exactly going to get you very far in this game. You need to be a dodging kind of man. Damage is pitiful. This is +3 as well. I'm probably going to try and need to employ an Arbalist strat. I always forget what those are called. I think they're ballistas, not Arbalistas is a completely different thing, but I've made a habit of calling them Arbalistas this time. I know Arbalist is a type of siege weaponry, and I just can't remember what it is. not liking this pitiful damage output very much. This is a sign to things to come. I'm in trouble because, yeah, the boss is gonna get just more and more HP as they go along. And battles are just gonna get longer and longer, and that just means I have more and more time to make mistakes. Actually, I've just realised you potentially could use magic, because there are rings in this game that increase your faith and intelligence, and if you wear them, you should, at this level, you should be able to get some of the lower magic, so perhaps that's something I could invest, but that will require keeping a ring on and taking up a ring slot, so there are sacrifices to be made. Necessarily just a difficult fight, but you know, I'm gonna perhaps eventually make a mistake, and that's all he needs for me to do to just turn this battle on its head. But now I'm just not doing any good damage. Just because they've made like armor properties and stuff and weapon properties a thing in this game, like certain weapons will work against flesh better than armor and vice versa, so I don't know if the dagger's a weapon that... it probably is a weapon that works better against flesh than armor, and this dude is all armor, so that's probably why it's not doing very well. I really don't think I'll stand a chance of getting him in front of the arbalist or the ballista for too long. That's more of a co-op thing, getting people to distract him long enough to get him in front of one of them. That's probably his worst attack. That will curse you and make you lose overall HP as well as just doing damage to you as well. But at my current health state, I probably would be one shot away. And there's those mistakes I was talking about. If only there were rings in the game that increase strength, and my dagger's at risk. It's not even going to last the full battle. This is great. It'll end up coming down to fists, as a man should do it. Actually, you know what? Yep, it's time to go man mode on this. Wow, even less damage. Just what I needed. At least I'm pretty sure my fists can't break. My fists are more durable than sword and steel. Just like real life. And doesn't matter now, because DD done, ED dead. Whichever way you want to put it. I am of the deceased variety. So, I think it's going to wrap that episode up. Can hardly wait for future encounters with that guy. At least my dagger's back to full. I'm gonna need to employ some sort of strategy, or perhaps just go after the Dragon Rider, though he's also all armor, so you know, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. But until next time, whenever that is, I'll be seeing you and loving you and hating this game. Goodbye now.